Hey, Justin. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think this is working. Yeah, let me see. Yep. Okay. Uh, something doesn't look right with this. But you did say your wife was coming home at 7 o'clock. In fact, you said, "What? Are you deaf?" No, I wasn't deaf. You kept cutting off my sound and my speaking abilities. You kept making me deaf and mute, just like I said in the other video. That's why I wanted to moderate it because I knew that you would do that. Once I started exposing you, you would cut me off. See, that's why I wanted uh, a moderator who was not prejudicial, somebody who knew the Word of God. But no, didn't I say that that's what would happen? And that is what happened. Yeah, you were sweating like crazy, man. Look, you're in what, Minnesota? I'm in Florida. Oh, it's very humid here right now. And I don't have air conditioning. And I don't have the money to get a new one right now. That when I sell the place, have to be included with the deal. Yeah. And you sweating, man. Like a whore in church. Just the heart getting convicted. That, man, yeah, I'm really wrong. And here's how I think that it is with you, Justin. It's not that you are concerned about getting convicted by God, but it's you're concerned about getting convicted by people. Yeah, that's how it is, Justin. And Justin, brother, well, no, right now, I'm still admonishing you as a brother. Wow, you have a long way to go. Yeah, because lies, liars shall not inherit the kingdom of heaven, Justin. Justin, have I ever done you wrong? Sure, you offended because I called you a liar and a scumbag. Let's just put it this way, a lying scumbag. Because it's true. And you can't deny it. Oh, shoot. See what happened? I already uploaded this video once and it didn't come out. And I know I don't have much time on here. I had to clear a bunch. That's why the last video, I wish you could have heard the rest of it because it actually cut out short. Because, Justin, oh, wow. Personally, I mean no evil for you. Now, I know you said out on your channel, oh, I have no ill will. And you'll go out and just, wow, man, just lie and lie and lie to try to make me look bad. Yeah. Like one of the Pharisees when they came after Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. And because I heal people, the reason they came out to kill Jesus, check it out in the scriptures, was because he healed a man on the Sabbath. And Jesus asked, isn't it right, basically, to do right on the Sabbath? Isn't it right to do right any day of the week? I'm out here taking care of people, man. People that doctors can't even take care of. And I really wish that the World Health Organization is not going to do it. I have tried to contact them. Yeah, they're not going to do it. Neither is John Hopkins, who I've tried to contact. I wish the Cherokee Nation would get back with me. Maybe they would listen to me, and I could help to cure their people, to keep them from getting sick, and to prove to the world that the formula I have works. But anyway, oh man, I don't want to do these things about Justin. And I prayed about it. Oh, yeah, I prayed about it before the last video. I always pray about my videos before I do them. Oh, yeah. Wow. And God often will change my mind, even though it's not what I really want to do. He would show me through the Word. Scriptures come up in my head. And that's how he tells me what I should do. And I did pray earlier again about Justin. See, I hadn't even seen that one video. I'll tell you what. I literally, man, it was very entertaining to me. I was laughing most of the way through it for several reasons. Some of it was so ridiculous, and most of it, he's just putting his foot right in his mouth because I can, yeah, and I will prove so many more lies from him. And then, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let it go. And the only reason that I got to prove these lies is because so many of them were defamatory against me. Oh, yeah. That's what wicked, evil people like to do. That's why that sheriff put those things in the newspaper saying, oh, and these people are people you don't want, how do you put it, in your house or around your children. Man, I've taken care of 2 boys' homes in this community for years. That's what got me in to see his daughter when it wasn't allowed for a man to come by because I was well known. And that's what I did. I was a scoutmaster for the Boy Scouts, Troop 744 in Washington, D.C. Check it out. Number 2 troop in the Baltimore, Washington area. I was a scoutmaster. And when this lying friggin' sheriff, who I believe, don't quote me on this, it could have been the sheriff before him, and maybe was. But one of them's sons, he was a big drug dealer. Of course, he got out of the stuff because his dad was a sheriff. But I can tell you this much for sure about this sheriff. He could not pass, he wasn't even a law enforcement officer. He was a lawyer. Yeah, part of the New World Order. In fact, so many people hated him. He's been here. I think he'd been sheriff. They kind of got rid of him. He went to New York, did some stuff, came back here, ran for sheriff again, and couldn't even pass the gun shooting test. And then he put all these lies about me out. And I did try to sue him. I went to attorneys about that. Tell you what, let your sheriff lie about you and put it in newspapers, magazines, radio, all over the place, repeatedly. And they go try to sue him for it, even though they were wrong. There's no justice in this country. And you know, I'm rambling now. I wish the other video would have come up, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm celebrating. I've had a bottle of wine sitting on my fridge for probably, it might be close to 2 months now. And I just felt like celebrating. Yep. Because, like I said, that video I watched of Justin's, wow, man. I literally was laughing so much because I'm looking at him. He looks like such a fool to me. And once you know everything, he probably look like a fool to you. And he just got this shovel and digging him a deeper and deeper ditch to fall into. You know, in the Psalms, it talks about how they'll dig a trap for you. And it made my enemies fall into their own trap. And also made my enemies be shot by their own arrows. Yeah. Justin, the guy who I thought was my friend, has become an enemy. Man who, really, I've never done wrong to. Until, and this wasn't wrong, I call him what he is. A liar, and what was the other word? A scumbag. And that one, I didn't even plan to talk about him that day. But I did it to get him to contact me because he hasn't contacted me. Until today, he did contact me today to get me to get on the live stream. And I'm so glad we got on there. That's why that I'm celebrating. Like I said in one of the scriptures, I think it's in there or one of the previous videos I did, where the Lord showed me last night that my hand shall be raised, meaning in victory. Yay! Hallelujah. Man, and I still see there's so many blind people. They can't see the truth. It's like the scriptures say that, about some men, that they will transgress for a piece of bread. And what it's talking about there is that, and this is why God is not a respecter of persons. If you have respect for someone, maybe because he's got a big channel, or because he puts you on his channel, or that kind of thing, that people will transgress for a piece of bread if you put his respect above what God says. Yeah. Check it out. Anything that I tell you, folks, do as the Bereans do. If I tell you that God says, and you doubt it, look it up. And if you can't find it, I'll tell you what. Just leave me a message, and I'll find it for you, and I'll show you, okay? Yeah. And wow. I don't even know why I'm on here right now. Only because that other video I thought came out then. But folks, I'm going to sleep on it tonight. I will pray about it. But in order to defend myself against these false accusations, I may have to do one more video. But that'll be it. If I do that video, that's it. And I'm just going to let it go. And I've been hoping that I didn't ever expect it to get here. I never expected any video to come out other than that one I mentioned so that he would call me and get things straight with me. Because I've been long suffering and believing him, how, the check's in the mail. A buddy of mine gave me a book once called The Check Is Not, in big letters, in the mail. A very interesting book, well worth reading. Oh, wow, that book, believe it or not, that book made me well over $1,000. So if you're in business, yeah, because what the book is about is letting people know I'm not in the finance business. Yeah, and I'm not. I can't afford to be in the finance business. And I don't charge people interest. I do loan money to people. And normally when I loan money to people, I do it not expecting to get it back. I have stories about it on my channels. You can see it. And I can tell you so many more. Well, let me tell you, I'm somebody who's really been around, and been out there to do good for years. Oh, I want to mention one other thing. He's mocked me about my teeth, just like he mocked me about the money. You know why my teeth are missing? Because of the arsenic poisoning that I had. My gums receded so bad, they were all white, sometimes a minor pink. They weren't like the kind of reddish color, and receding, and teeth started coming loose. Oh, man. And growth under my gums all over, where all this pus would come out. And he wants to kid me about my teeth. Oh, Justin. You've reproached your maker again. Yea, though you have done it unto one of the least of these, my brethren, you have done so also unto me. Yeah, and you know what? I have another one coming out. And it brings me great anxiety since the beginning. And it's part of the reason that I'm underweight, because as they There's no other ones loose right now that I can think of, but this one's very important. And as they keep coming loose, it brings me anxiety. Yeah. And you want to go kid me about that? Oh, yeah. Thanks a lot, Justin. And then you want to say I'm kidding you about your mother. You're lying about all of that. Make it sound like I'm going to tell you, yeah, your mother's burning in hell. Yeah, with a big grin on my face. Hey, if that would have happened, would we have ever still communicated afterwards? Wow. Justin, I couldn't believe you did that other video, but I'm telling you what, I literally smiled through the whole thing and was laughing during many parts of it. Oh, yeah. If you'd had a lawyer, you know what a lawyer would have told you? Justin, keep your mouth shut, man. Put that shovel down. You're digging yourself a bigger grave. So, right now I have so much to do, but I'll tell you what. I will get back to you. I'll do like you did for me. I'm going to share your video on the internet and going to break it down. And this time I'll make sure, because I'm not very good on computers and stuff. I'll make sure that I can pause it when need be so I can speak and so I can make my points clear. All right, man. I can't say good night. In fact, God would tell me not to say good night to you. Yes, that's right. I could share that with you in the scriptures. Like I said, if anybody ever doubts things that I say about the scriptures here, first off, you should do as the Bereans do. Look it up. If you can't find it, hey, question me about it. Oh, yeah. I'm not a liar like Justin. I will dig the scriptures up for you. And you know what? It ain't going to cost you nothing. Because like I've said, my number one job, and this is one of the reasons I'm not rich. Was Jesus rich? No. Because my number one job is I'm a servant of the Lord God Almighty. And he takes care of my needs according to his riches and glory. Like the guy that came here earlier that you saw in the video that spoke about how me and my roommate been friends and everything, and I've known him for years. He gave me double what the herbs cost. Why did he do that? Because he knows that I need the money, number one. Now, I never asked him for that. In fact, it wasn't long ago he asked me for money, and I gave it. Have I ever asked him for it back? Folks, no, I never asked him for it back. And that's the one who I mentioned in one of my videos. I was at their house recently and how good a shape they were in after taking my herbs. And that guy who you just saw, he was in the hospital for a month back in January with the thing all down in his throat. Woke up with these big mittens and stuff and freaking out. Yeah, didn't know what had happened to him. But let me tell you, me and him, we go way back. This is a guy, we go to churches together a lot. Man, he's been there where I've spoken in churches. He went to City Hall with me. Man, a great guy. And his wife, just such a beautiful woman. They've been in other videos of mine. Yeah. Yep. All right, look. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to pray about it some more. I really shouldn't have to, but I do want to ask the Lord again because I really don't want to do the video. Like I say, but I don't always do what I want to do. And I can tell you, well, I have many instances of that in my other videos. I got to do it according to what God says. Just like if I owed somebody. He tells me that if I make a vow, that I need to pay that vow, even if it's to my own hurt. And I sat there and watched Justin. Oh, I was so happy with when I saw him shooting that gun, his son shooting the gun with him. I was really happy based on things that he's confided in me and that I've advised him on. Oh, it made me so happy. But then when he still owed me the money and he buys this real expensive rifle and he's out there and buying all this ammo and shooting that thing all around and I'm still waiting to get my $100, which is 33 1/3% of my monthly income. Most of my other income comes from, like I said, that guy that was here today with the herbs, gave me extra money. His wife, you know why? Because I blessed him so much through the word, oh, through so many things. She's given me money so many times. They've taken me out. A lot of people do that. Not that a lot give me money, but I've even had people, evangelists, who write books that they even told me that God had sent them to me and hand me $20 and then turn around and invite me to have breakfast with them. And fortunately, I just found a letter that they left me years ago. At that time, I was so messed up from the arsenic. I don't want to, but I was digging through the papers to find this thing to prove this court stuff that Justin's been lying about. And I found that. And, I need to write back to them because they wanted to send me an autographed copy of their book. And they were so blessed. They told me by meeting with me because I shared the prophecy from Ezekiel chapter 1, and it blew their minds. These were traveling evangelists who travel around the country. All right, folks, look, I'm going to let this go now. If you're not subscribed, you should subscribe. And it's terrible of what's been happening lately, but I did feel that I should defend myself some. The Lord will take care of it after. Whether or not I do another one, it doesn't matter. The Lord's going to take care of it. And I really don't want to do another one. I'd rather that Justin, say, Raul, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I talked about it with my wife. Hey, we're going to put it in your PayPal account. And I'll turn right around and say, Justin, thank you very much. And I will forgive and forget the whole thing. Yep. All right. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed, I have to recommend you should. Yes, I do have to. But if you don't subscribe, then that's on you. All I have to do is present this stuff. Whether you hear it or not, doesn't matter. That's your soul, not mine. If I don't present this stuff, it's my soul, not yours. All right, so I'm going to keep on presenting. I'm going to be bringing you a lot more stuff. Man, I have so many things already. But I've been interrupted by COVID. Not a bad interruption because that fits right into the program. And unfortunately, YouTube took down 2 of my really good videos that were hitting it off big time. I mean, faster than most of mine. They took them down. So much for freedom of speech in this country. All right, folks, it's very late. Oh, and I got to say, like I usually do, because it's part of what I do. It's really up to a preacher to look out for your souls. But I'm a preacher too. So that makes that part of my obligation. And that's what I try to do. You're not going to find me leading you astray. Oh, no. But let me tell you, there are many, many, many false shepherds out there that will lead you astray. And there are many, many people with the Jezebel spirit. And what the Jezebel spirit is, see, Jezebel loved the false prophets, but she hated the true prophets. A Jezebel spirit attacks true prophets of God. Look out for that. But the best way for you to have discernment on all these things is for you to read. Don't just read. Study the Bible. It's incredible how much discernment it'll give you. Wow. I've read so many things in my life. Still read all the time. And yet there's nothing. I don't think that all the other books put together can do for you what the Bible can do for you. If you believe and practice it. But not if you're a liar and a thief and all these things. False witness. Man, those are terrible. All right, y'all. That's it. I don't know if I said it, so I'm going to say it now. Like I said, I was kind of celebrating. Yeah, I just saw the video that Justin put out. And like I said, I've gotten some humor out of some of his other videos. Hey, I like the guy. Don't get me wrong. I don't dislike the guy. I do not. Now, he says on his channel, he says, I have no will against him. And he'll make up all these lies after lies after lies trying to defame me. No, I don't have any ill will. But unless he repents. And I used the wrong term earlier, although it's very similar and inappropriate. I use the term heretic. No, the term isn't heretic that I have to treat him as. But let me just put it this way. I will no longer be able to treat him as a brother. I will not be able to trust him. And that's a shame. But I'm still to admonish him as a brother. And if I can, I will still continue to do that. Yeah, I will still admonish him as a brother. Look up that word. All right, folks. That's it for now. Yeah, I'm not going to put out anything else. But I hope you've seen the other videos. I hope that you're seeing who's lying and who's telling the truth. And the big thing is, consider it. All these other people, I see they're not even looking at the main point. Does he owe me the money? Did he tell me he would pay me? And has he paid me? That is the question. And he's trying to go off, like I said, like a lot of hypocrites and con men do. They will do all these other things and try to put it all on you and discredit you and avoid the main issue. The main issue is, did he say he would pay me? Online, in front of lots of witnesses. Number two, has he paid me? All right, folks, hey, I love y'all. Yeah. All right, that's it.